Hello everyone, this is a weekly forecast video for Money Squared YouTube channel. I suggest you to watch this video with 1.5x speed for better viewing experience. If you like this video, I suggest you to subscribe to the channel because we're gonna keep updating with this. Like, obviously, it will help the channel and the video to get more reach, and comment your thoughts whether you have some suggestions or anything that I can help you or you can help me. So let's go ahead from a monthly time frame on gold. On monthly, we can see that we are at this resistance now. We tap break the previous monthly high, we reject it, and now we're moving down. This move down was mainly due to the news, and we should also be aware that we have a very strong resistance at this area. So we never broke this highs. We make a new low here. We came back inside this range, previous range that was price just ranging here, breakout, breakout, inside, breakout, and now we're back inside this range, so we can play out. However, we broke the previous monthly high, but two previous months has no wick. So yes, on a weekly time frame, we saw that the previous 2 weeks were kind of slow for gold, and then we broke the highs again, and then we rejected strongly with the NFP and unemployment data that was from the US. But from a weekly perspective, we have a resistance here. We had the previous resistance here. Now we closed this week below this previous level of support, and now the next support area or previous support turn to the resistance, breakout. We can easily come up to the levels of 1800s within. We have clean traffic to the left hand side. We can easily mirror at least at some point till here, and then before moving up. But so overall on a weekly time frame, after this whole week, I believe we can continue to the downside, but we need to be aware that a wick of the weekly candle should be made. And we have let me just go ahead and clear the drawings again. We have this resistance, we had this level here which have been respected quite fairly, and then we had this level here, previous resistance, previous support right over here somewhere, or maybe we can take it here because these are just fake outs, inside, and then we a more aligned level of this, like either we can have a level here, let's say, and another level here. So we broke back below here. Now we can, this is the range candle previously. It's also a very strong level previously here. So we can easily start to, this can be the area where the wick of the weekly candle will be formed and then continue to the downside for the rest of the week. But on the first days, I suggest I believe we're gonna move up, but we have a very strong bearish candle. I would not be surprised even if we just continue to the downside straight ahead. Since as we broke clearly below the support, we have this clean traffic to the left hand side. We had this level of resistance which now can turn into support at some point, but after we broke this huge support, I believe we will just continue to the downside. However, the idea here is to look for sells, even if we start to retrace a bit. This can be just a deviation, start to retrace a bit. I will be very cautious for buys, because buys at some point probably will happen due to this whole clean traffic area here. It will happen, but I would love some sells on gold due to the monthly being strongly bearish, weekly previous week closed bearish, daily closed very bearish. I think having this clean traffic here, it would make sense to continue to the downside, but we will wait and see how for a particular setup to be played. This is just an overall overview of the weekly outlook. So on a weekly time frame, let's give an idea of what we would expect, I would expect a candle something like this with a wick, something like this on a weekly candle would make sense. Come up, break, come to this area, even if we make higher, because this is breaking these highs, changing the trend on a weekly time frame. I still believe we need to find some sort of support somewhere. We broke this level. I think we have some room to the downside to come up and then find some sort of support here if we move up to retest these highs later on due to the high tensions and everything. But this is my outlook for gold. For GJ, however, let's go ahead on monthly time frame. Previous month closed bullish. This month didn't break the previous month high. Start moving down. This can be just a wick for GJ to continue to the upside. So we have some upside momentum on GJ. We need to go on lower time frames and see that we saw that we tried to break to the outside, but we failed. We came back inside this whole range. That price was one time, two time, and then we have this strong resistance right over here, strong resistance level. That's marked up. We have now a strong support level, sorry for my terminology. And then we have this daily, which we need to remove this, adjust. We are in this daily range. We currently found some support here at this interesting level, which was respected also previously. So we can easily come up, maybe just create a wick and then come to the top of the range, because we're bouncing up from top to bottom of this range all over the place. We have clean traffic, clean traffic, clean traffic, clean traffic, clean traffic. We can also mirror again. But for GG it would be tricky because we don't have a clear direction unless we break this range to upside, to the downside, or to the upside. So that's what I'm expected on GJ initially, and then come up with some trades. This is our candle formation here that I took note of. At the moment, I believe we are at this resistance, which was previously also we are in this range zone, which price can tap and reject. So if we break through here, we should be good to come up to this level, even though we have this very nasty traffic in this half, the second half, because this whole range can be divided in two parts. The second, like, how much is 500, 250? This is the mid-range level of this, and as you can see, the lower down of the range was always with clean traffic, but the upper side of the range was always with worse, like non-traffic, non-clean traffic areas. So what I would love for GJ is to come up to this level range and then tell us the direction, whether it's for down or for up. But for up, I believe the way is gonna be much more nasty than for down, much more ranging than for when if it decided to come down. But obviously that will come up with the news. Let's go ahead on Forex Factory and check what we have for the next week. On the calendar, we have some AUD news, some USD CAD on Tuesday. Jerome Powell, Chair Powell speaks. Okay. FOMC members speaks. This is not something. GBP monetary policy report hearings. Okay. GDP growth. This is very important. GJ has some important news, so we can gross domestic product. Okay, on GJ we can have some movements this week. But yeah, other than that, we need to check. GU also have some clean traffic. Oil has also at this lowest point, we can continue easily to the 70 level area. Let's see if we can tap this level or not. gold has some nasty to the downside. I still believe we can either find. We need to be very cautious because also buys on gold interesting, but we will wait and see. We have our levels noted, and we will take note of those and then trade based on those. Hopefully, we can do some live streaming session also, and then yeah. I wish you guys a very nutrition trading week ahead. That's about it for our weekly roundup, and I see you guys on tomorrow on the daily forecast video and possibly a live stream for the New York session. Thank you and goodbye.